All right, let's see. Where were we last week? Oh, yeah, having a good time four-wheeling in the snow. And then it happened. We had to abandon the truck. Uh, had to leave it home, leave it there on top of the mountain. We were 40 miles from the middle of nowhere. So let me share with you what we were hearing at two different speeds because it was awful. And when you saw me under the truck, I was removing the front drive shaft to try to isolate the noise. And then we drove it again, and it was still coming out. And it was definitely the transfer case, and it was eating itself inside and out. Fortunately, this wonderful group of people offered us some help and gave us a ride, 40 miles back to the hotel. I mean, it was a long route. We were up in the mountains, and I was so happy they offered. And also, one of the guys had Starlink, so I was able to call and get a hold of Triple M Towing, and they did a great job. They got it off the mountain, and they towed it and dropped it off at a place I said I knew in Auburn, and they're a great towing company. I highly recommend them. So the next morning we went to Auburn, checked on the truck, and I had made a U-Haul reservation at a dealer in Auburn. He didn't have what I wanted, but he called the dispatch, and they sent us over to this dealer in Rockland, just another 20 miles down, and that's Ryan. He did a great job. He jumped right on it, and we got out of there, quick time. In fact, but we started the whole deal at about 8 o'clock in the morning. We left the hotel, and what you see here is about 11 o'clock. So in 3 hours, we had no previous plans. We were just winging this. We were out back into Auburn and getting this truck loaded up onto this trailer. Now, fortunately, my truck was still drivable. Just couldn't drive it down the highway. So that would have been a whole different ball game. I might have to winch it on there, which I had a winch that we would have got it eventually. But we finally got it on the trailer, and that trailer is really what the story is really about in the end. And the other thing with the ratchet straps, you have to provide your own ratchet straps, and my luck continued because Home Depot actually had them on sale from like $18 to $11. I mean, I saved probably over $20 for those straps. So all in all, I was pretty happy. And this truck and trailer thing, it towed great down the interstate. And I can't really be happier, both with the service from U-Haul and the help we got. Well, I finally made it home, all in one piece, and this is how I got the broken Tahoe all the way back from Sacramento area, 400 miles. Just this little 10-foot box truck and this trailer here. And this trailer is really what I want to talk about, because this is something new. But first, you look at this box truck, this van. This thing had no problems. Now, when I get to Bakersfield, I go up about 4,000 feet of elevation change and about 40 miles. I mean, you're climbing. Last 10 miles has both 5 and 6% grades, and this truck right here had no problems pulling this. I mean, I could go as fast as I could drive safely up the thing. So I looked under the hood. That has a 6.6 liter GM gas motor in it. It's a little over 400 horsepower and 464 foot-pounds of torque. no problems. That thing, it just moved on out. I think it's got a 6-speed transmission. So if you ever have to tow, you know, your Jeep home or whatever your rig is because it's broke, go to U-Haul and don't hesitate for this. This is the smallest one they offer. This thing's a beast. It's if you're 6'6" tall, you're going to have a problem in this. I'm 6 feet and it was really cramped. But anyways, let's move on to this trailer. I'm going to get the truck off the trailer. It's a little easier to show you, and then we'll get on it. Okay, we're back. So I'll just let you know, this trailer has saved my bacon. And the reason is the cargo or car haulers that U-Haul's had, you know, for decades, it wouldn't haul that Tahoe. Tahoe was too big, too heavy, it was too wide. I actually looked at one, had a tape measure on it, and you know, I was like 6 inches wider than that thing. And it was too short for that truck either. So if you had a 4-door, JK, JL, any of that, U-Haul wouldn't have been your option. But this trailer right here, it's according to my U-Haul guy, it's only been out for about 2 months. So had I been out there 90 days ago, I would have been screwed. But they had this thing, and like the word right here, toy hauler. This is gross trailer weight is 9,999 pounds. Because if you add one more pound at 10,000 pounds, then your Class C license, you would be qualified to tow it. So that is its limit. It's really cool. It comes with built-in trailer brakes. It's all surge. So really the only thing that plugs in is a 4-pin connector right here, and you're done. So any pickup truck you want to pull with this, you're done. It's got a nice jack to pull on and off. The other thing I noted, look at the tie downs. Now this is all aluminum. These suckers are all welded in. They got one here, they got one here, down on the tongue on the other side. These tie downs here are all welded in. Look at them all. They're just tie downs here. Got one here. Big ones there. Big ones. I'm not sure what these pockets. I got these 2 pockets here are for. Look like snake pockets. And then they got more here, and a big one there, another one here, one over there. They got them all the way around the back. I mean, and then you can also tie down to these rails and these posts. And look at these fenders. They are built to drive over. Now initially I thought this was aluminum, but this looks like galvanized steel. And from the looks of where I could see, it's probably like 3/16. Then they have all these little holes in here with the nice sharp points on them. You see right there, those, you know, for anti-slip. So if this thing, you're in a cold space, whatever, or say it's got ice and stuff, you're going to be able to get some traction to get your vehicle up on here. It has built-in, this is a hole, and they provide this safety chain for you. And that's just in case your straps break. And then they got another one up here for you to just tie onto your frame in case you have an issue, and it'll, you know, help hold your vehicle on, hopefully till you're able to pull over and rectify the situations. Comes with these pull-out ramps. By the way, I'm walking on things, nothing's shaking, nothing's bending, nothing rattling. And it's interesting because they just tuck right up in here. Check this out. They got a center one. I get, you know, the center one is called a toy hauler, right? Right. This is toy hauler. So if you had a 4-wheeler, bam, you just pull out one side, and you can just drive your 4-wheeler back up. You know, it took me a while to figure out how that center one would be, but that makes sense. You had a quad or whatever, or a narrow side-by-side, but they designed this for weekend warriors with toys that want to go out to the desert or the mountains and go out and play. actual, I found it over here. So there's empty trailer weight, 3155, maximum cargo, 6845, maximum gross weight, 10,000. Well, it's supposed to be 9999. But this is a new product. Had they not had this, I would have some problems. I would literally be loading up my big 20-foot flatbed trailer, have a tilt bed, and making a 7.5 hour trip back up to Sacramento, picking up, loading my Tahoe on it, and then driving back another 7.5 hours. Now you think, well, 7.5 hours, it's only like maybe 6.5 hours. Not today. There is 150 miles of heavy, dense fog between here and Sacramento. How do I know? I just drove through it, both directions. It was awful. You're going 40, 50 miles an hour. It was awful. So this is a one-way trip, and I'm done. And look at this. This is an 8.5 foot wide trailer by 16 feet. You can haul a bunch of stuff on this. You could probably put a full-size F-350 dually crew cab 8-foot bed on this thing. Back tires might be hanging off, but I think it would go on. Now, here's what everybody's thinking. How much was it? So I rented it $119 for this trailer, plus $30 insurance. Because, by the way, you destroy one of these, they don't care whose fault it is. You bought it. You break it, you bought it. That's the U-Haul contract, by the way. So for $30, you don't have to buy it. It covers you. But for that kind of money, it's not per day. That was for 3 days. 3 days, $150, including insurance, for this U-Haul toy hauler, 10,000 pound, built-in ramps. Look right there. I told you you can drive. It says drive over my fenders, please. It's all right there. So this is a brand new product from U-Haul. It saved my bacon. I towed this Tahoe on it 400 miles with that little 10-foot box truck. I didn't have a problem at all. It was absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend it. And so if you have a weekend plan and you say, you know, it'd be really nice just to tow my Jeep out there, be comfortable, because I got my big 3/4 ton, 1-ton truck. I just pull it. This is now available to you, very, very affordable. And if you plan on wheeling really hard, well, you got a trailer, take it home. So anyways, that's what I got for you today. And hope you learned something. I mean, this is for the off-road community. I mean, this is a freaking game changer, because trying to find some trailer to haul your junk around, this is U-Haul, man. They're international. They're everywhere. So look them up, make some plans, and see if you can get you one for your next trip. And, you know, go out to the trailhead in style, in a nice, comfortable truck. Pull your Jeep, your junk, your broken Tahoe, whatever it is, just pull it out there. Your ATVs, quads, whatever. You know, load that sucker up and go out and have a really good time. Like I say, tons of tie downs. So if you got a bunch of quads and other things that you want to do, motorcycles, it'll do it all. And that's going to do for today's video. So please appreciate it. If you'd like and subscribe, it really helps my channel. And if you like this content and this kind of content, let me know. You know, it's hard to tell what people like until you post it out there. And anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching my channel, and I'm out of here.